So you're thinking about moving to Philadelphia? Well, you're not sure that, maybe this is not the city for me because it is the big, scary city of Philadelphia where fans are crazy. Eagle fans are out of their mind. Parking is a nightmare. And you're like, maybe Philly isn't for me. Well, today we're going to talk about 3 suburbs that might actually fit what you're looking for. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Jump into these 3 suburbs. All right, coming in at, well, they say number 1, number 2, number 3, but we're just going to go here number 1. It's not really my top out of the 3, and I'll explain why. But either way, what's on the list? It's very simple. Number 1 is Ardmore. That's the first on the list. I'm going to tell you at the end which one's my favorite. But it's a suburb for people who love to be in-betweeners, as I like to call it. You want that like city life, but you also don't want all that loud noise. It's like not a full city, not a sleepy suburbs. Things are going on, but you don't have to drive 15 minutes to get a cup of coffee. Kind of things going on. It sits right on the main line. It has direct SEPTA regional rail, which is called the Paoli-Thorndale line. And this is actually one of the biggest reasons that Ardmore is so popular, because it sits so close to Philadelphia, and a lot of people live in Ardmore, work in Center City. It's a good 15-20 minute quick train ride into Center City. And then when you would leave and work, it's a good 15-20 minutes going that way. But anyway, it does also have the Amtrak Keystone service, which is a huge kind of flex if you are living in the suburbs. It's a pretty big flex, considering that Ardmore is pretty tiny. Other beautiful thing about Ardmore, has a good walkable score, about 90. Yes, 90, compared to next one we're going to talk about has a walkable score of 24, but it has other great things, but we'll get to that later. A lot of people thing they love about, Ardmore is the walkability. A lot of people keep coming back. A lot of people might leave Ardmore, but they end up coming back. One of the places where you can actually live daily on foot. If you live close enough to the actual Ardmore area, close to grocery stores, coffee, workouts, anything that you're looking to do on the weekends or in the evenings when you're not working, is usually within walkable distance. In fact, a lot of people walk to the train station, jump on the train, go to work, come back, and walk back home. Happens a lot. Now, you gotta make sure you choose the right block. One of my favorite things about Ardmore, I've been there many, many times, is the Suburban Square. And you go, Suburban Square, what is that? It's a cute little square of an area. It's an outdoor shopping center. It's been around since 1928. Now think about it, it's 2026. It's been around for 98 years. So in a couple of years, I'll probably do another video talking about Suburban Square, because it could be 100 years old. Now, it's just not a place to shop. People just go there and hang out. There's some people that go there, bring their kids on a Wednesday afternoon when it's beautiful weather, and they hang out, have a cup of coffee, and meet other parents that have kids, and they make play dates right at Suburban Square. Or they go there and for endless mimosa brunches, or they go there, go to the Lululemon store, buy the little workout outfit, and go to Lifetime Fitness for a good workout. It's a lot going on over there, so a lot of people go there just to hang out and do nothing. Sometimes it is really beautiful down there, kind of like the social and / retail heart of the town. Again, it's 10 miles away from downtown Philly, and I'm not going to say downtown, I'm going to say Center City, Philadelphia. No one around here says downtown. If you say downtown, you're not from around here. You're really not. There is no downtown. It's Center City. I just want to tell you that. But this is kind of where everything ties in when it comes to Ardmore. It's a suburb where the real center usually feels easier to settle into, because you can do your errands, your coffee, dining, groceries, train access all start overlapping. And of course, listen, if you're thinking about moving to Ardmore or any other of these areas, I get a little ahead of myself, or kind of fall behind on myself, because I forgot to mention, if you are doing that, anything real estate wise, buy, sell, invest in real estate, you're gonna do one thing, and that's contact this guy. Contact information below. Give me a call, send me a DM, email, just hit me up. Let me know how I can help you. But Ardmore, cool thing about Ardmore, it is very strong for families. Like, people go out of the way to move to Ardmore because they want their kids to go to the school districts. When I say school districts, there's actually 2. You have to pay attention to this now, because there are 2 school districts that encompass Ardmore. If you live on one side of the school, on one side of the block, kid might be going to a different kind of school district. Might be the one you don't want them to go to. Not that either one of them are bad, but sometimes people don't realize, like, I want them to go to Lower Merion School District. Great, you need to live over here. If you don't, your kid is going to go to a different school school district is the Haverford Township School District. So if you live over here, you might be going to Haverford. Pay attention on where you're going to go. In fact, those two school districts are also within the same zip code. Yes, same zip code. So kid across the street might go to Haverford Township, but you might be going to Lower Merion, whatever your preference is. Again, great school district, slight edge is probably Lower Merion. Lower Merion serves about 8,600 students. It's a big school district. But the other part, which again is Haverford Township School District, is about 6,500, a little bit smaller. So you gotta verify with me before you buy a house in Ardmore if you want your little child to go to a specific school district. But honestly, once again, both school districts are great. Really depends on what your personal preference is. But also got to remember too, Ardmore is expensive. Let me repeat that. Ardmore is not for the cheap. It is very expensive to live in Ardmore. A one-bedroom apartment can cost you up to $2,200. Yes, a one-bedroom. Not a two, but a one. Now, I will tell you, a two-bedroom can cost you all the way up to $3,000. You can rent a house in Ardmore for like $4,500 to $5,000. And it's way above national average, and it's way above any average in Philadelphia. But the thing is with Ardmore, the train access to regional rail, the trolley access, the walkability, the main line name, but it's great. But if your budget can't handle that, that is not the place to go. But if your budget can handle that, then obviously, then we can talk about that. But I'm telling you, Ardmore is beautiful, beautiful homes. Got Ardmore Music Hall. There's always things to do in Ardmore. That's why it makes it so popular. Now, if you're looking for something totally different and you kind of go, hey, I want something different, I'm not really into the so-called nightlife that they have at Ardmore. Mind you, by the way, let's not compare Ardmore nightlife to Philadelphia nightlife. Totally different spectrum. But it does have some things going on there. There's some happening stuff going on, but it's great restaurants and bars and all that. But if you want something very much quieter, less of a walkability score, not that that's always a bad thing, but if you want something less quiet and more just kind of house, then guess what comes in at number 2? I'm going to tell you, Chesterbrook. I couldn't believe Chesterbrook came in at number 2, but it made sense because I've sold houses in there. And it actually made sense because it is a suburb that really focuses on quality of life. Instead of trying to impress with a trendy downtown and something exciting like that, you can get yourself into Chesterbrook. It is located in Chester County, not in Montgomery County, like a good old Ardmore. But here the numbers are still strong, right? The census put the population at about 6,000. It's a high income place, just like Ardmore. Household income is above 124,000. Now you might disagree with my ranking on this, but I'm telling you, look it up at niche.com. Always has Chesterbrook extremely high, including sometimes first place, but I don't think it's first. In fact, I would say Chesterbrook, for me personally, probably would be number 3 on the 3 here. And that's not a bad thing, by the way. But Chesterbrook is beautiful, like it really is. It's a great place for you, especially if you're looking for something very quiet, if you're a loner, want to live by yourself, you don't want a lot of action, hustle and bustle, Chesterbrook is that. If you're looking just to raise a family, you're not too concerned about what happens and where we're going to a coffee shop and what we're doing on a Sunday, Chesterbrook is amazing to do that too. Built a huge, strong reputation of being stable. Prices just slowly kind of go up. Compared to Ardmore and me, I almost said it. Pay attention. I'll come back to it. But it feels safe for families and professionals. You basically want order in a day-to-day life. One of the biggest reasons people move there is the school situation. Chesterbrook feeds right into the different East Town school district. Has about 7,000 school students that go there. That school quality is very high. It is, kind of what drives housing demand in Chesterbrook because of the school district. A lot of people will move from Philly into that school district just because they want quiet. Especially if you're coming from Philly, a lot of times you want something quiet. You don't want the hustle and bustle. You just want to be able to have a nice yard with your beautiful home, 3, 4, 5 bedroom house. You're thinking long term, thinking that, I want my kids to stay here for the next 5, 10, 15 years, 20 years until they move out or you kick them out. That's why Chesterbrook always ranks high. You just don't need that, where are we going? What are we doing? Like, if you're not looking for that, Chesterbrook Chesterbrook is great. I'll be honest with you, me personally, it might be a little too quiet for me, but it's not a bad thing, by the way. I like, like to have the option of going somewhere for dinner, going to have an option if I wanted to go out and go to a coffee shop or anything like that. A little more of an option to do that. That's why Chesterbrook, to me, it's not quite there, but it's not, it has a lifestyle advantage, a lot of trails, parks, a lot more breathing room. That's why people love Chesterbrook. In fact, it's, you're still close to a busy corridor, but it's much quieter. You have the Wilson Park Farm, has good 90 acres. The township has about 12 parks alone that total about 260 acres. There's a trail access, the Schuylkill River Trail is right there, and it's being built on and built out. It's a 120-mile regional path. Listen, that is insane. I know there's people in Chesterbrook that have those bikes that are riding from Chesterbrook all the way to Center City and back. I don't understand how you do it. Comment below, let me know how you do it. That's just insanity to me. Listen, I like my little Peloton ride once in a while. But anyway, if you are looking to move to Chesterbrook in any of these areas, you're gonna do one thing. Reach out to the guy with 20 years experience sold over, I think it's like over 400 homes now. Contact information below. Give me a little ring-a-ding. Send me a little DM. Send me a little email. Let me know how I can help you. All right. I know. And also, the other thing I do like about Chesterbrook, seriously, is the fact that you are sitting right next to Valley Forge Historical Park. Seriously. I mean, it's about 2 million visitors. It's 35 miles of trails. Let me repeat that. 35 miles of trails in the historic Valley Forge Park. It's just beautiful out there. Listen, if you're looking to, stomp the green grass where George Washington did his thing back in the day, the Valley Forge Park is the way to go. It is, you can take your dog, walk, run, bike. It's just beautiful out there. A lot of deer. You go there like sundown, you're gonna see a lot of deer floating around. A lot of deer floating around there. So, the other thing, like I talked about before, Chesterbrook is very car dependent. The walking score is like 24, depending on where you live in. So, it is a community, it has trails and internal paths, but it's definitely not like Ardmore. You just got to remember that. Now, you're not moving here for just kind of like convenience in that aspect of things, like classic little main street like Ardmore or like the next town we're talking about, but it does have major access to employment zones and more of a residential rhythm with neighborhoods with sidewalks, tree-lined streets, all that great stuff. So in other words, if you're looking for something quiet, more quiet than Ardmore, Chesterbrook it is. But I always say, listen, get into the next town that I love. I like, you can mix them both. Can you imagine that? A little more Ardmore's kind of like busy life and Chesterbrook's quietness. You mix them two together, and what do you get? You get what I think is number one, which is, when I mentioned it before, I almost mentioned it, I'm gonna mention it now, which is Media, Pennsylvania. It's such a charming little town. It really is. It's one of those places that not only looks good on a Saturday, Sunday morning, late Sunday morning, it's just a great little town. It really is. It's small. It covers about 0.75 square miles. It does sit about 12 miles or so from Center City, Philadelphia, but it does pack a real good punch. You have the SEPTA Media Wawa line, and if you don't know what Wawa is, like you're from out of state or out of this world, I don't know, you don't know what Wawa is, it's like a 7-Eleven on steroids. It's not as amazing as a Buc-ee's, if you've ever been to a Buc-ee's. We don't have a Buc-ee's around here, but you'll find Wawa stores everywhere. And if you don't know what a Wawa is, it's a bird. Yeah, it really is a bird. But anyway, they have a regional stop right there. They also have Route 101 trolley running through the town. I mean, the downtown core is dense enough and packed with enough fun that you kind of get best of both worlds. Is it as loud, if I was gonna say loud as Ardmore? It's not, but is it loud enough? I think so. I'm older now, so yes, I think it is. It does have a walk score of 93, unless you go a little bit further off from the main town center, then the walking score goes down. But if you live like in the central blocks, as they call them, your walking score is like 93, 94. And a lot of people do live in the area and walk to, the State Street, the main streets. It's kind of like having a suburban life without completely being dependent on your car. See, in Ardmore, you really don't have to be dependent on a car. In Chesterbrook, you are, but Media kind of mixes the two depending on where you live. It's the town center, especially State Street. Every Wednesday, May through September, they close down State Street and they do what's called Dining Under the Stars. Shuts down the whole street. A lot of restaurants out there will, do outside dining. It's definitely got to experience it. It's awesome. It's just a great little vibe. You don't realize that you live in, like I said before, you're like 12 miles from Center City. When you live in media, you don't realize that. You kind of think you're in like out in no man's land almost, and not in a bad way, but you're just kind of out there in your own little world, which is really the great thing. Media is easier to read than Ardmore when it comes to schools. Did you get that joke? Media is easier to read. Anyway, because there's only one school district, which is Rose Tree Media School District. The elementary school has 4 schools. I'm trying to remember, which is actually, no, yeah, 1 middle school, 1 high school. Sorry, I had to think there. I had a little brain fart there. It has 4 elementary schools, 1 middle school, and 1 high school. And the high school is Pencrest High School. So a lot of the kids, when they start in K, this is K through 12, they start in K, kindergarten. A lot of the kids just keep going to the same school. Like this, they all go together kind of thing, like start elementary, middle school, then high school. You know, it makes it easier. A lot of people that move into media stay in media. I just helped somebody a few years ago. He sold his house in Springfield, bought a small little house in media, and then like 4 or 5 years later, hey, family's getting bigger. I need a bigger house, but I'm staying in media. A lot of people that move into media stay in media. And the people already been raised in media stay in media. Houses are hard to come by. Even in a down market, houses in media are very hard to come by. They really are, because a lot of people, they just love it. They just end up staying there. They end up living there forever, you know, until they die. I know that sounds a little morbid. Average rent is about $1,700 if that's what you're looking for. You know, for 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, is about $2,200. Prices start like $400 and up. I will tell you. And when I say $400,000 up on house prices, that's a tiny home. You're talking like an 1,100 square foot home. Really is, you know, it's tough in that sense, because it's a really tiny home, and you want a bigger home, you're looking like $650. You're looking at least $550 and up for a bigger home, at least. And the good thing is a lot of these like detached homes a little bit further away from the central block have more yardage. A lot of come with a, you know, half an acre, full acre. So, you know, that kind of makes it way different compared to like if you are living in Center City, for example. Media has everything. I mean, seriously does. And if you're thinking about moving to media, you know you're gonna reach out to this guy. Contact information below. Don't go yet, all right? Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Don't hit that dislike, I'm gonna get you. Seriously, for me, media is #1 because of the regional rail, local parks. You know, it has enough of a punch to make it fun on the weekends if that's what you're looking for. But at the same time, you know, if you want quietness, you can find that. You kind of can choose like, hey, I want to be in media, I want to be in Rose Tree, you know, school district. Do I want to be closer to the central block where I'm close to the dining and the boutiques and the coffee shops and stuff like that? I have that choice, or I can be a little bit further out, okay? Where I want even more quiet, even more peace of mind. But what I love about it, like I mentioned, it's like taking Ardmore and Chesterbrook, combining it together, and you kind of get, you know, media. It's a huge, great area, and you're just gonna love it. I promise you, if you ever move there, you're thinking about moving there, you're absolutely gonna love it. Thank you so much for watching my video. As always, check out my other stuff, my other videos, and thank you again for coming and checking out this video, and I will see you on the next one.